The city never slept, it only changed its noise. By day, the streets roared with engines, angry horns, and sirens slicing through the air. By night, the neon lights flickered like restless eyes, watching every deal, every betrayal, every desperate soul trying to survive. Marco Valles lived between those two worlds. He wasn't born into the life swallowed him. Marco arrived in Liberty City with nothing but a duffel bag and a promise from his cousin that opportunities were everywhere. What he found instead were cramped apartments, unpaid debts, and men who smiled only when they needed something from you. At first, he drove taxis, then he ran errands, then he learned the truth of the streets. In Liberty City, survival meant choosing a side or becoming prey. One night, everything changed. Marco was delivering a package to a warehouse near the docks when he saw them a gang called the Iron Serpents. They ruled the waterfront with tattoos like black flames crawling across their necks. Their leader, Kane, had eyes colder than winter steel. Kane watched Marco carefully. "You got nerves," he said. "Most drivers don't stick around when they hear gunshots," Marco shrugged. "Running doesn't pay rent," Kane smiled slowly. That was the beginning. Life in the gang moved fast to fast. Money came quick. Cars became faster. Nights blurred into flashing lights, loud music, and dangerous deals. Marco wore expensive jackets now, carried a pistol tucked under his belt, and rode through the city like he owned it. But he never slept well, because every time he closed his eyes, he heard sirens. Detective Elena Cross had been tracking the Iron Serpents for months. She knew their routes, their dealers, their hidden garages, and now she knew Marco. She saw him first through a surveillance camera, not laughing like the others, not bragging, not reckless. He looked tired, different. She circled his name in her notebook. He's the weak link, she thought. The night everything exploded started with a deal gone wrong. A rival gang ambushed the Serpents at an abandoned construction site. Bullets tore through concrete pillars. Tires screeched. Smoke filled the air. Marco ducked behind a half-built wall, heart pounding like a drum. Then he heard it. Sirens. Dozens of them. Police lights painted the entire site red and blue like a storm of colors. Chaos swallowed everything. Gang members ran. Cops shouted. Helicopters thundered overhead. And in the middle of it all, Marco froze. Detective Cross stepped out from behind a patrol car and locked eyes with him. "Drop the weapon," she shouted. For a moment, time stopped. Marco thought about the money, the power, the nights that felt like he mattered. Then he thought about the fear, the endless running, the constant waiting for the next bullet. Slowly, he lowered the gun. Months later, Liberty City looked the same. Traffic roared, sirens wailed. The streets never changed, but Marco did. He now worked in a garage on the outskirts of the city, fixing engines instead of escaping in them. Sometimes he heard distant police sirens.